Hello and welcome to the channel. So this is my review of the Newhaven 10K that I did at the weekend. So this was a 10K set in Newhaven in Sussex, and on Sunday the weather was pretty poor. It was very windy. I've seen others say it was really windy, but to be honest, the wind was mainly sort of from the south up to the north, and this event was mainly an out and back going from the west out to the east and then back again. So whilst the wind definitely was blowing you sideways, it was much more sideways other than the short stretch just after 2K where you were running into the breeze when you head south. Um, to be honest, I don't know if weather put a lot of people off because I finished in 37:05, official time was 37:04. But I was sixth, and last year I was a bit slower than that, and I was 16th. So whether there was some of the quicker people just weren't there or not, I don't know. As it says, it measured slightly over distance, and that's reflected on everyone that I've seen, Strava or whatever you is showing it as over distance. So yeah, I mean the event was well organised. To be fair, this year it didn't start late. Uh, the guy could have done with a loudspeaker at the start, but other than that, it was pretty good. I mean, some parts of the course are a bit narrow, and you're sort of cutting back across people because there's bits of the prom will have like some construction work going on, whatever you, so you couldn't go around the other side of a certain path. So but luckily I was far enough up the field that it wasn't too busy at that section because it was near the turnaround point, so there weren't many people coming back the other way. It was quite spread out. So you'll be able to see that actually there's say basically no altitude gain here as well, so it gets to a whopping sort of 8 meters from a starting point altitude of 1 meters. It is on the prom, as I say, and my heart rate and pace were pretty consistent throughout. If I look at my splits, I started off in a group. To be fair, it was only about three of us, and I dropped said group at 2K just as we turned into the wind because they were slowing down too much for me. So at that point there was the lead four and then me, and basically I ran the whole thing solo, which in windy conditions is not great, but hey ho, it is what it is. I got overtaken by someone else who's according to like Run Bristol reviews, are much better than runner than me. He overtook me with about 2K to go, and that was it. I finished sixth. So literally after 2K in, the only person I saw was someone who absolutely stormed past me with 2K left to go. I'm very happy with my pacing because my fastest K was the 8K in 3:34, and I finished with a kick in this extra bit. You can see that my pace was sort of somewhere around 3:14, sort of max pace of 2:49. So that's a very good kick for me, considering I was chasing no one, and I was running a PB, as I say, around 37:05, but yeah, my recent part run times suggest I could have run low 36 if conditions had been good. And I do feel there had been a group of people, conditions have been good. I probably could have run low 36s. Indeed, the guy that overtook me and finished about 16 seconds in front of me, he has run recently some 35-minute 10Ks. So it was a good run. The Yeah, and my training for this and my build up for this was all good. I mean, I had two 70-mile weeks in the 2 weeks before this, which is high for me. This week itself still worked out as a 50-mile week. So I didn't really taper much. I don't tend to taper much. Like obviously those two 70-mile weeks that I just mentioned, I set part run PBs on the Saturday in both those weeks. So there's something to be said for not needing to taper too much. In terms of fueling and stuff, as anyone watching this probably knows, I'm on a carnivore diet and intermittent fasting. So pre-event, I had a glass of water on the day. In fact, I hadn't eaten since about 3 o'clock the day before. It didn't start till 10, so that's like 19 hours prior to this. I hadn't eaten anything. I did have an electrolyte tablet in the morning, and that was it. Recovery-wise, actually, I got home, had a shower, got changed and everything, and it was probably about midday before I actually sat down for my breakfast. So, or lunch, whatever you want to call it. And actually, muscle soreness has been really good. I felt really good, which compared to the 10Ks I did last year is a good thing. I was really, really struggling last year after my 10Ks, but this was a flat, fast, new PB. Can't complain. In terms of kit, I'm this guy here. So I was wearing my Ultra Carbons, which I do like. I did have a little bit of rubbing on my toe, which I don't normally, but I have been wearing the size 9s that I've got recently, and these are the 8.5s, which are my race shoes. So I'm surrounded by lots of people in Vaporflies and things like that. yeah, I mean, I think you can probably see where I've been doing my pull-ups as well. But my running form there looks good, at least. And say the lead pack here, I think it was these four that went off. Um, and I can't remember which one of these that stormed past me, but yeah, it was a good event. And then this is say at the end, you can see how lonely it was. You can't see anyone in the sights behind me. In fact, looking at the results, the next person was about 2 minutes back, and say there was one person 16 seconds in front of me. So at least that meant my wife got some nice photos of me at the finish because there was no one blocking her view. And let's see if this works as well. So this is relive by Polar. Sound on. I see I've got a picture of the Gruffalo from when we used to go to Chessington all the time. Um, so to say, my fastest K was 3:33, which was actually the 8th K. Um, heart rate mostly zone 4, probably about right. Don't know if my camera will cut off the end here. Heart rate 188, max. Yeah, fair enough. That's about right. Oh, this isn't very informative, is it? It's as I say, it was very very windy on the day, especially on this stretch here where you went out on the way out. Yeah, that's it really. So, say recovery's gone well. I've done 15 miles already yesterday on the Monday, and I'm already on about 5 miles a day on the Tuesday, and I've still got 2 more runs to go, including speed work and stuff. Yeah, overall, I'm happy with it, but slightly gutted. I'd like to have been 5 seconds quicker and got sub 37, because why not? I know it's only an arbitrary barrier, but that would have been nice and great. It would also be nice to be in top 5 because that sounds much better than top 6. But given the conditions, running a PB 50 seconds quicker than the last year, coming 6th, I can't complain. It's continued my good streak at the start of January, and yeah, my diet continues to go well. My strength training is going well. My mental training is going well, and yeah, all good. Thanks for watching.